Hello, everybody. This is Red Dot interview number 3, and I'm here with Christine Gump.
Hi, I'm Christine Gump, and I live now in Pine Mountain Club, but previously in Santa Clarita. And I run the Holistic Moms Network in Santa Clarita, which is a nonprofit for moms who are interested in holistic living. And I'm an acupuncturist. I have 2 kids, an 8-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl. That's me.
So I think we'll start by asking you, this is kind of how we lead off most of our interviews, is can you tell me about your first experience here, how you first found us, and what it was like the first time you came here?
Yes. So I think someone told me about you and said that I needed to check it out because it was vegetarian and conscious eating. And then they mentioned some other things about kids, and I thought, well, let me see, it's 30 minutes from where I live. I'm going to go and check it out. And so we came with the kids. And I'm pretty sure it was an instant hit with the kids. As they walked in the door even. And if you're a mom, you know that it can be stressful going to restaurants. And this was a different kind of experience. The children resonated, I think, with the whole consciousness of the space, that the people there were wanting to create food that was different and slower and with more, just more conscious eating. And my kids are used to that at home. We do that. And so they were happy to wait for food and happy to try new things. And we're also really excited to come back. So we continue to come back and bring the wild energy of children into the restaurant. And it's always so welcome. And we always leave kind of laughing like, well, they seem to all have fun when we're there, so we'll keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a blast for us when you guys are here. It brings us such joy to see them just having such a great time and feeling totally at home and being crazy. But
I will say we can't go to any other restaurant though, because they only want to come here, and it's sort of like put down. The other restaurant is like a low bar now, because they don't get the same kind of service and attention and reciprocation of energy. So yeah, it's really, for us, I guess that path has been a health conscious path, but also I want the kids to have that experience of people who home cook their food, or at least want to do food in a conscious way, cutting it themselves, not buying it in a package or whatever it is that they're doing to put it together. The kids feel that, and so then they're more open to try it. And I think that's a part of getting kids to eat healthy food, is that they feel the food and they recognize the difference. So it's more like what they get at home or what they get when we're together eating as a family, and not, just out somewhere random getting something packaged. So they actually complete their meal. And then at the same time, they're open to try new things because they feel comfortable in the environment. So if that answered your question.
No, I was wondering how they are in terms of being open-minded eaters, because that age is such an important one for really setting the foundation of what you'll eat in the future. I don't know this, I'm not a parent, but I imagine kids that don't try things when they're young are less likely to try new things as they get older.
Yes. Well, I just had a conversation with my daughter, who's 5, today about this, and she wanted a lollipop. And we buy only these organic, only fruit juice lollipops, and they come into our into our world once in a while. And so recently we had them, and she was saying, I really like lollipops, but I know it's not healthy food. And I said, well, it's interesting, because I happened to look at my baby book not too long ago, and it said that one of my favorite foods was lollipops. And she was like, wow, so you're just like me. And I said, yeah. And then her next response was, so that means when I grow up, I'll eat healthy food like you too. And I'm like, that's fine, I'll do that too. And I said, yeah, that's great. And then she went away and then came back and said, but I also eat healthy food now. And I said, yeah, you do. So it's like there's just this kind of conversation that goes on about eating and healthy food. And, they recognize it, and I don't hide it from them. So, it's like, okay, if you want to eat that, we're out in the world somewhere, we don't have access to the Red Dot, wherever we are somewhere. Then they'll say, well, I want this, and we'll talk about it. And so they're open to the conversation because they recognize how their body feels afterwards. And so they'll actually deny eating. Like they'll say, no, I don't want to eat that, because we've had the conversation and said, oh, this is actually not organic, or it's got genetically modified ingredients, or whatever it is. And they'll say, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I'll skip it. Can I have an organic lipop later? You know, so like something like that will come up, you know, or can we go here and have a lassi? Or, you know, they will understand the difference, and then they crave the better foods just from the experience of eating the better foods. Yeah, and my kids, they only eat the ice cream here. So just put that out there. And so now they're completely obsessed with the coffee because they know they can have it here and they don't feel bad from it. And that's a big thing because we don't do a lot of dairy. So coming here, we've been introducing more dairy because I love dairy when it's done in a way that has intention behind it.
Yes.
And, you know, it's fine. And it's really actually a very healthy food for kids if it's done that way and not abused as it is in Western American society often.
Right.
So my kids really love that aspect of this too, that they can have that and it's an indulgence, but they're like, you know, they're ready to eat their other food too, which is cool.
That's great.
I guess I just want to add that before you all were here, I was going down to LA to find, you know, healthy options. And the whole experience, just so anybody, you know, can understand this difference of driving up here or driving down there, it's the same distance, truly, but this is such a, it's less of a civilized experience in terms of the city and how that all that energy is, and it's such a nice gift that you've come to this area, because to come up here is really different, and it's in the mountains, and you can feel the difference in the air anyway, and the energy. So to have a reason to come up here and then be able to feed the family is like a real blessing. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here with us. This was really great to hear your experiences, how you're encouraging your kids to eat healthy, and we're glad that you share those with us. So thank you.